everybody, what's up? I'm here today with, this is going to be like a channel update plus shoutouts, I guess, but I'll get into that later. First, I just wanted to talk about a few things that are, I'm going to change with my channel or not change or keep the same or whatever. But we're going to get into this stuff. I have some notes over here I'm going to look at so I don't forget anything, but the first thing I want to talk about is videos I'm going to be doing. And I have the RPG recommendation series going right now, and I'm going to actually change the format of it. The problem I'm having with it is that it takes a really long time for me to get the video game footage for each game. And it's not that it takes a long time for one game, but when I do 10 in a video, it's incredibly time consuming, and I can't get the videos out in a pace that's like, reasonable, which, I've got a full-time job and stuff. I work as a translator, so I have to sit in front of the computer all day at work, and I come home and I kind of don't want to sit in front of the computer all night editing videos. So, I get it's kind of hard to get the time to really put them all together as a group of 10. So what I'm going to do from now on with the series is I'm going to kind of stop what I've been doing, which is by system, and just do single game RPG recommendations, which gives me the option to kind of free up my generation. Like, I don't have to go in order anymore, and I have a lot of reviews written already that I can just kind of spit out, so I can get the reviews going like once or twice a week, and I think it'll be better overall, because the videos won't be like ridiculous 25-minute videos like the other ones have been, and I can get I can talk about a wider variety of games. So good for me, good for you, good for everyone. So that's that. Let's see. Oh, also, I noticed, and maybe you haven't noticed, maybe you don't care, but I haven't done a pickups video in a really long time, and I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to do any more pickups videos. I've picked up a lot of stuff, but I've been just kind of filing it away, and I can't really remember what I've picked up, and I'm just kind of like, it's not that important to me to do a pickups video. And like, the thing I find with pickups videos is that for people I like, they do pickups videos, but they give a reason why they're picking up the games, and they're obviously like, the pickups videos I like are people who are gamers first and foremost, and then collectors second. And I think my videos are like that. I give reasons why I buy games. I don't just buy things because they're cheap or because I can get a lot of them. It's the kind of thing where, like, I'd rather tell you about a game than just show you what I bought. So what I'm going to do from now on, instead of pickups, is I'm going to do impressions. So, which is really what my pickups videos mostly are, impression videos. So I'm just going to do shorter impressions. It'll be just games I want to talk about today. And I'm not going to call it that's too long. But generally that's the idea. I'll just pick something out and be like, I want to talk about this today. And give you a short overview of maybe 2 or 3 games. Which is, better for me, I think. I don't feel like I'm just showing you stuff, which I don't really enjoy. So, yeah, I'm also going to do a few more Famitsu translation videos for stuff that I find interesting in there. I know people were asking for them, but I haven't done any since then. But I have a few in the works that I'm going to do. There's a good, like, Famitsu Reader Top 5 list, which came out recently, which was like, they polled all the Famitsu readers for like their top 5 games in a ton of categories. So I'm gonna do that. I tried to shoot it once, but it was like an hour, and I have to split it up and redo it. So whenever that gets done, I'll have more Famitsu stuff up. Plus, I have a bunch of other articles and stuff that they printed that never got translated to English and stuff that I wanted to just bring up. Interesting topics and stuff. But let's see. Snack tasting videos will continue as normal. When I find 3 snacks to taste, I'll add a video. That's pretty much it. Recently, I haven't found much stuff. Haven't been looking too hard, but again, I have to go shopping for food, and I always look at the supermarket and stuff. But recently, not much. Nothing that's crazy. at least. There was carbonated coffee, but I wasn't gonna try that. I don't like coffee normally. Carbonated coffee, no thanks. And yeah, so also for those of you who didn't know, I have a second channel which is just gameplay, and I'm currently playing through Nanatsukaze no Shima no Monogatari, something like that. I think I just butchered the name, but currently playing through that by request from Pete Dorr, who wanted someone to translate it. So I'm translating it as I go, and it's kind of slow right now for me. I've just been busy, but yeah, that's continuing. And also the podcast, cross-platform podcast I do with Games of War and Zero X Shinobi is coming back soon. So I don't know what the I don't know if there'll be changes or not, but it's coming back soon. So those of you who've been waiting for it, it is coming back. So cross-platform podcast also will be back in action soon. So that's pretty much it for my channel update. But recently, a good friend of mine here on YouTube, the Benji76 Show, is doing a contest on his channel for shoutouts. And I've been thinking of doing a shoutouts video for a long time, and since, Ben is doing his contest, and, I don't really care if I win or not. I'm not incredibly interested in the prizes, but, just to support Ben, who I would have shouted out in my video. So consider this also a shout out for Ben, but I've got a lot of people to shout out. I've got about 10 channels I want to quickly shout out because I don't want to make this video long. But the first channel, also I want to point out that nearly all of these channels are channels that are smaller than mine. There's a lot of channels I would shout out that are bigger than mine, but really they don't need a shout out from me because they have more subscribers. There's only one exception in this list, and it's the first one I'll talk about, and it's a special exception because, this is somebody who recently made a video about how they were gonna stop, not really stop, but take a long break from YouTube and making videos and stuff, and that's the user TB46667, Tom, who he might not actually know this, but he was actually one of the first gaming channels I subscribed to on YouTube, and at the time he was doing I don't know if he was going for a complete PS2 collection or complete RPG collection on the PS2. I'm not really sure, but he was always making these fantastic pickups videos where he's always picking up these great games for ridiculously cheap prices, and I think of him as as I was saying earlier, I think of him as someone who is a gamer first and a collector second, but he's great at he's a real strong gamer and a strong collector. So it's interesting, and I really think he has a kind of great personality, and he's just overall a great guy. So I was thinking, it's too bad that there's not gonna be many videos from him, and he's already taken down a lot of videos previously, and I guess he's gonna take the rest down at some point. But it's kind of sad for me because he was actually one of the first channels I subscribed to, and he is really a good guy. Recently he sent me a package containing this Silent Hill 4: The Room for the original Xbox, and so yeah, Tom, I got this game. Thanks a lot for this, actually. And he sent this to me kind of I didn't ask him for it. He just kind of sent me a message hey, are you looking for anything? I might have extras. And he had that extra, so he sent it over, which is really cool. But like I said, he doesn't really need a shout out from me. He's got 5 times as many subscribers as me. It's just, he's a really good guy, and if you don't know about him, I kind of hope he stays around at least to continue with at least interacting with people on YouTube. Maybe not making videos or anything, but just stay around, Tom, because you're a really good guy. But okay, besides that, the rest of these people are people. They're varying video quality. It's not like everyone has the best video quality and the best stuff, but they're all good people, and they all do something that's relatively interesting to me, and I think you guys should check them out. And they're all pretty lowly subscribed, which is kind of disappointing to me, yeah, because I think a lot of these people deserve a lot more subscribers. But the first person I want to talk about here is Dan's Game Corner, who does mostly reviews. Dan does channels. His channel is about reviewing games, obviously, but he does reviews for kind of obscure Japanese games a lot of the time, and imports. He does a lot of import stuff, and I've seen him do Genesis and PC Engine, and I know he loves the PC Engine, and so do I. So it's kind of a good match channel-wise. So if you haven't checked out Dan's Game Corner, definitely check him out, because he does good reviews, and he does talk about games that like most people haven't heard of. So it's kind of a good source to get info on games that are interesting. And because unlike me, he doesn't read and speak Japanese, so he's kind of maybe a better person to judge whether like a non-Japanese speaker can functionally play games, because I'm kind of bad with that, because I just assume everybody can, which is a bad assumption. But anyway, and so I'll continue because I don't want this video to be incredibly long, and I've got a big list here. But the next person I want to talk about is another YouTuber. His name is Knickknack. The I is at one, but he does videos about RPGs and fighting games, and he does pickups and stuff too. But I think he's just a really good guy. I don't have any, I can't think of anything like incredibly special. I know he does a series about fighting games called The Repart of Fighting, and that's pretty good. And I think he has like a kind of eclectic taste in games sometimes. Like he has this like the dark secret where he collects kids and girls games, which is totally funny to me. And I think like it's kind of a cool thing, because I do like stuff like that too, where I just collect stuff that like I probably shouldn't be playing. So it's pretty good stuff. So that's Knickknack. I'm going to link all these people below, so definitely check them out. But the next person I wanted to talk about is the Green Monkey King, all in one word. And I know he does reviews, and he does reviews of Neo Geo and stuff like that, but he does it in such a good way. His videos are really slick. Like, I think they look really good, the production quality is really good, and he has like this voice it's like so relaxing. I wish he would do more reviews, only because I like listening to his relaxing voice. It's his channel is just really good, and he doesn't have that many subs. He's in the 200 to 300 range, and he really deserves a lot more, because his reviews are really good. They're really in depth, and they're really good quality. So definitely check out the Green Monkey King. And next we come to some other people who do reviews, but these guys are a little wackier. And that's Slime TV, who does they do reviews of kind of more obscure, wacky games. I think that they have like the wacky factor to their show, which makes it entertaining. They have like goofy names, and they had a monkey month or something where they reviewed games related to monkeys and stuff. It's interesting, and it's fun, and they have a really interesting channel with like a cast of characters, I guess. So Slime TV, definitely check them out. And let's see, I want to continue on. We've got another one. This one is kind of a pickups channel. I'm not really sure. It's the Retro Gaming Rat, who does, I believe he's Chinese but lives in the UK. I might be wrong, but I think that's true. But he's like sub 100 subscribers. Like, he has almost no subscribers. So but he does mostly pickups of kind of import games. But he also does some hardware reviews, and like I've seen some stuff on his channel that I haven't seen in other places. So like I didn't really know there was a revision of the PSP in Europe that was like had no Wi-Fi and stuff like that. He has one of those, so he has like this big PSP collection, and I think like, you know, it's a pretty good channel if you like to watch pickups and sometimes see some interesting hardware. And let's see. Next, I want to talk about the next person who is, you know, just a good guy. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. The person I want to talk about is Mr. Technosqueak, who does he does a podcast, the Press Start podcast with Quick Freeze 4 and a Nostalgic Dan, and you know he kind of he's kind of like their punching bag from the show. They're constantly like taunting him, but really out of that podcast, like he makes the podcast what it is. I think like he's really the best member to me. To me, the Press Start podcast wouldn't be half as good without Mr. Technosqueak. And seriously, I think he's like the most interesting person on the show because, you know, he's kind of, you know, he's always talking about how things, talking about things he likes, and he's a big Sega fan, but he also comes up with stuff that like you wouldn't expect. So it's kind of interesting to hear about the stuff he likes, and his channel is interesting. He does pickups and stuff, but he hasn't been doing that much recently. He should do more because I think he's just funny to watch, and he's like really good natured too. So I've seen people like try to troll him on his channel, and he's like has these kind of good natured responses, which I think is really funny. So Mr. Technosqueak, check him out definitely. He deserves more subs. And let's see, another person I want to check out, you guys to check out here, is the Police Knot, who is, I think, linked on my sidebar, actually. He should be in my channel list, but he used to have a big channel. His channel used to be over 1,000 subscribers, and then he closed that one and started this new one for various reasons that I'm not going to go into, but actually, when he had his bigger channel, he was one of the first person to shout out my channel, so I'm kind of repaying him here. I mean, he does a lot of cool stuff though. He's been doing a lot of arcade stuff, arcade boards, and he modified a Sega Genesis to fit into an arcade machine, which is awesome. I mean, he's doing a lot of Neo Geo stuff recently also, and he's just like, he got an arcade machine and he's going crazy with it, which is, it's awesome to watch. Just he's a good guy too. So definitely check out the Police Notes. And of course, we've got another of the wackier YouTubers. We've got next Sprites and Bytes, who does a channel that, I don't know, he does pickups and stuff, but he's just kind of wacky. Like I don't know how to explain. You just check him out because he's kind of like, maybe not for everybody. I think if you're not into it, like you're not like following the joke, you might think like, what is this guy doing? But if you kind of think about it, it's really funny, and it's really like an interesting channel, which I definitely support him. And he just passed 300 subs. I know he'll have a video up about that soon. But yeah, definitely check out Sprites and Bytes if you kind of enjoy something a little more eclectic, I think. And last but not least, I want to talk about one last channel. It's Sega CD Universe, who he's just a good guy. I've been talking to him through PM every once in a while, and I think like we have some similar taste in games, like especially games like Shadowrun and stuff, previous Shadowruns. And he does, you know, his channel. He runs a website, and the channel focused on the Sega CD, so he's got reviews for almost every Sega CD game, I think, and some that I haven't played yet either, including that Shadowrun Sega CD game that I really want. So you know, definitely check him out because he's actually a really great guy and has a good channel. So you know, it's good to, if you're looking for a Sega CD resource for reviews and stuff, it's probably a good idea to check him out. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that was about 10 channels, and that was my shoutouts. Check out all these people. I'd like you to subscribe to them if you can, but you don't have to, of course. Just check them out, and if you like them, subscribe. Maybe tell them I sent you. It doesn't do me any good, but you know, I don't know. I don't even know if all these people watch my channel. I have no idea, but you know, I hope somebody checks them out because you know I watch all their videos when they come up, so you guys should at least watch them too. So yeah, that'll be it. That's my channel update and my response to the Benji76 show. And that'll do it. I think I'm over 20 minutes. So if you got through 20 minutes of me rambling aimlessly, good job. So yeah, until... I guess I'll have some more videos up later in the week. Or over the weekend. It depends on how things go. But I'll probably put up a single review RPG recommendations. I have a bunch written already that we're gonna go into a bigger group, but now I'm gonna just do them one by one. So more videos, more quickly. That's the way things will go. So until then, see you next time.